What's up, YouTube? This is your King of the Night, Vincent Valentine EX Turk, coming back to you with a brand new video, and we're gonna be talking about could Final Fantasy power be real? Now, technically, yes and no. Now, the trance, form was started in Final Fantasy 6. When she was, but then again, she was also Esper as well. So her form was different. And the same with the Final Fantasy 9 characters. Now, you're not going to turn into a monkey like Zidane, or turn different colors. But I believe that the trance mode is realistic because, first of all, the form involves you being over emotional. You got to be emotional. Now, maybe not over emotional, but I've actually went in a form, what you'd call, what the real version's called is flight or fight mode. I have been in that mode before. When I used to work out and be a bodybuilder, there was actually one day where I was able to train on for 2 hours, lift all the weights, no matter how heavy it was, do all the stuff, that couldn't be possibly done. Of course, for me, I took a lot of protein because flight or fight mode, which your body has, is pretty much a mode where pain doesn't really bother you at all because what it is you want to survive as much as possible doing what you're doing. It's like this: if you see if you see a kid walking across the street and you're driving your car, and you instantly stop. It's actually an instinct. Or if a car falls on somebody, you actually can lift the car up. It's kind of like that. Now, I've only been in this mode once at the gym because I was working out so hard. I was working out till near death. And when your body gets to that near death plateau, it surpasses human plateaus because we were designed to live. Originally, we were designed to live forever. If you believe in the biblical part of that, or if you believe in the science part, there's actually a scientific explanation. When your body goes to close to shutdown mode, to fly or flight mode, pretty much you get your emotions are like completely shut down, and your mind and everything, your body is triggered and becomes one. And then pretty much it's just instinct. It's natural instinct. Like caveman instinct, pretty much. We do what we can to make sure that we get the job done. So, yes, I believe that this mode does exist, but you're not going to turn into different colors or monkey fur. What's going to really happen to you in this form, well, is you're just going to be able to do more than what you were able to do when, there's actually people who meditate to get these kind of forms. These people that meditate to get these kind of forms. So it's like, there's ultra meditation, but it's mostly a flight or flight instinct. That's what trance mode is, what it's called in real life. Is a flight or flight mode, pretty much. Instead of being over emotional, maybe sometimes you could be more emotional, like say if your sister's dating a guy who's beating on her and you know about it, you'd be so angry that your body shuts off all limitations and pretty much you're able to mess the guy up. The only problem is you might wake up and, the abusive boyfriend might be dead because, you shut off all senses. And when you shut off all senses, think about being on morphine or any painkillers. You don't feel no pain, right? You don't feel no pain when you're on that stuff. It's the same thing when people are on drugs. It dulls the senses, and when you dull the sentence, pretty much you are in a trance. Hence why Final Fantasy took the word trance, because it's in a trance. When you're in a trance, you're not yourself. You're yourself, but you're not yourself. If you know what I'm saying. You're able to do things that you weren't able to do before. Whether you're hypnotized to do it, or whether you're at your near end of life doing what you gotta do. Or you try to save someone, or you're so mad at the abusive boyfriend who was beating your sister up, that you lose all consciousness and all thought. And when you do that, you end up getting in this mode. Now you're not gonna turn, like I said, it's not like Final Fantasy where it shows you different colors or you're gonna turn different colors or get anything like that. What's just gonna happen is your senses will go off and you'll be able to do things that aren't completely natural to human beings. You know, like if let's just say you get into a car wreck, your instinct is just to put your arm around any passenger and pretty much you don't even think about it. You don't even think about losing your arm. You don't even think about anything, pretty much. And I was in this mode at one point because, like I said, I worked out so hard one time that I put myself into the state. Because, you know, you do anything it takes to survive at that point. Because it's instinct. It's mostly a natural instinct. If you could compare it to anything else, it's like the Goku's old, ultra instinct form. And even people like Bruce Lee have been able to do this, but for Bruce Lee it was like more of a permanent level. Now I'm not saying it's not possible but if you train a whole bunch, eat right, meditate, and do all that, it's possible to gain all of these abilities to do these kind of things. But I think to be but for a short time, once you get into that state, whether it's extreme under emotions or under other circumstances, like you work out so much you feel like you're gonna die, it's just your mind's gonna switch off, and then what's gonna take over is your instincts, and that's what makes you be able to go in trance mode in real life, which is actually really just called, what you could call it ultra instinct. You could call it anything else. I call it flight or flight mode because this is where your instincts take over. Your mind, you don't even think about the stuff you're doing. That's why martial artists are obsessed with trying to do that because, you have to shut off all emotions and anything or mental thinking and just do without thinking, without, thinking about it. Which, again, you could train to do that, but that takes like years and years and years. And like I said, for me, I've only done this once in my life, and this was, like I said, one time at the gym, I worked out for 2 hours, went into kind of a stasis where I was feeling like I had no energy, like I could pretty much pass out there. All the weights were nothing. It was like I could put more weights. I could put 55s and I didn't feel a thing. Like it's like nothing was there except those set of weights and cardio and other machines. That's the only thing that was there in my mind. And I was able to do it faster and more persistent. But it does take a lot of energy. Because the next day you will be feeling it. The next day you'll be feeling everything that you dulled. But it's more of a flight or flight mode, which is a mode where you dull your own senses. You have to dull your own senses in order to, use flight or flight mode. Or, or the real trance mode. So, in all reality, yes. The trance mode is a realistic Final Fantasy ability that people can have, but it's not called trance. Now, you're not going to get fancy lights. You're not going to get fancy forms. You're just going to be, your senses are just going to be dulled, and you're not going to be able to feel pain or any emotion. You just do. You feel by just doing. That's pretty much what the real trance mode is, and that's what we have. And not just it's not only specific to humans, even animals have got that. That's why, if a cat has kittens, the minute you go after the kitten, the cat will fight you with everything they got, and that's how it is. Hence why when you break in a house, dogs will attack you, not even thinking about it, because animals could access this power better than humans because humans are too emotional and all that other stuff, and we're overthinking stuff because, but nonetheless, yes, it is a real power. It's really just called flight or flight mode, pretty much. Your body will go into this mode where it shuts everything down and do whatever it takes to survive or create an instinct. But pretty much, yes, trance mode is actually a real Final Fantasy ability real people can have. It's just not like it is in the games. But you do feel the reason why they make it have different colors for each character, because that's what you feel like. That's the only thing you see is those colors, and that's pretty much my explanation. So yes, may the crystal be with you. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and may the crystal be with you.